And welcome everybody once again to Bottom Card Booking right here on undefinedradio.com. Appreciate you guys and gals tuning in. It's Monday night as we got a lot of folks up in here in the studio right now. We got
It's locked and loaded.
it's locked and
Got a
loaded
lot
big
of
time.
people.
And we got special guests coming up at the top of the hour. Talk about the big benefit in Osceola this weekend. For Bishop Spicky, her benefit will be Saturday. I think bell time is at 5 p.m.
Doors
So
open at 4, I believe, in
Mhm.
Osceola at what is
Yeah,
it?
MCW.
MCW's arena.
yeah, so it'd be nice. I mean, it's a nice venue. They've got a nice spot over there in Osceola and the way they have everything set up. So we will have Casey. We'll be on here after 6 o'clock tonight, top of the hour, to talk about the benefit. We'll have her on to speak about it, speak about Bishop Spicky. She's been a big help to us at Bluff City from day one. She's been undergoing cancer treatments and fighting this battle for a while. So she's been in remission. So it's great news. And then, like I said, we're going to have that big benefit this weekend, September 30th in Osceola, Arkansas. Easy drive from everywhere, pretty much. I mean, it's a real easy drive. So there's real no excuses to not get down there and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But before we get to that, a lot of wrestling happened this past weekend.
And some breaking news real quick that I just saw.
This better be good breaking news.
It's kind of big if you're a fan
Of
Heels. The Stars show Heels.
Yeah.
It has been canceled. Do you know that?
Breaking news.
It is breaking
I was
news.
expecting
There's a
news.
show canceled.
I was expecting
It's
news.
a wrestling show canceled. That's not WWE related.
That
big
show
news.
got canceled because it was on Stars.
Yeah, well,
Could have put it on literally any other network.
I love the show, but it's on Stars, and there's not a lot of people are going to go to Stars to support that show.
I will be honest. I've never seen it. A single episode.
Really
Never
good.
watched a single episode.
It is a
So,
look. It's
there are things I don't like.
it's like, what if Dwight could wrestle?
Mm.
That's how redneck it is in some places, right? On some of the things, as far as how over the top Southern trash they try to make that
So-
indie version of wrestling. Do.
So basically, it's the drama behind the scenes,
Yes,
but while also the drama in front of the camera. And some of the stuff is so like I've been in a lot of ridiculous locker rooms
Yeah.
where people's egos are so big they can't walk
Yeah.
through a door straight; they have to go in sideways. But it's like almost every character on that show is like that.
Exaggerated, man. Way exaggerated.
Like you're in the middle of nowhere. Why
Yeah.
do you think you're a big deal?
Yeah, and it really is. All the characters are really exaggerated because
He gave me an extra arm drag, made me look bad.
I mean it's awful.
That sounds like
when
Dread
it
the
comes
Clown.
to it. No, when it comes to it, it's bad.
Huh.
It's really bad. Because we understand what it is because it's what we do. It's nothing like that. So if you're a regular, what we call a normie, and that is your exposure to professional wrestling and supposedly behind the scenes, that's what you're thinking it is.
Mm.
And you start looking at professional wrestling going, oh, is that what it's all? No, that is not what it's like, except for in Alabama. That's the only
Or in
difference.
this case, Georgia.
Yeah, George, same thing.
Yeah.
Same damn thing.
I mean, they hit each other.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it has merit. You know, don't get me wrong.
Now, is it entertaining? Yeah, it
the
is.
show has
It's
merit.
very
I mean,
entertaining.
they have federations trying to infiltrate one another.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
lot
some of
of-
that.
Backhanded, backstabbing stuff going on, which we've all
Seen it.
experienced at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are things about it that are very valid from a pro wrestling standpoint.
Yes.
But
To the
just
extreme, as Hollywood
the
does.
fact that it is a drama program and they're taking what already has manufactured drama into wrestling,
Right.
and then they're just adding an extra layer of manufactured drama with these people's personal lives.
Yeah.
Just
It's hilarious because it's comical and it's not supposed to be. That's the problem with some of it.
Mm.
and all the wrestlers and performers on the show, the actors, they're like, I think maybe two of them were actually from the South.
Yeah.
So they all have
That-
the stereotypical Hollywood
Southern
accent.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way overdone and
Way overdone, talking
Yeah.
slow, and you know what I'm talking about.
mm.
It's bad.
So it's tough.
Their
Like-
accents are awful.
Because I like Stephen Amell, I like Alexander Ludwig,
Yeah.
but Their accents are
terrible.
Oh.
They're very comical. It was rough, but again, it was entertaining. CM Punk was on there. They've had several people on the show.
I'm trying to think of the
actual
guy
wrestlers.
from the rival promotion, the actor's name. He used to be the host of Nickelodeon's Global Guts
Yes.
and the regular Guts show too. And so I was, when I watched the show, I was looking at him. I was like, man,
I know that
I
guy.
know that guy, but Mike O'Malley, that's his name.
That's it. Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. So now he's just got a white beard and he's bald, but same
It
guy,
was,
though.
dude, yeah. If you ever get a chance to check it out when it eventually comes to Netflix or wherever it'll be shipped off to
It's worth
watch
watching.
it, it's worth watching. It is.
You can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, can you?
I just did the Stars 1 week free trial.
Yeah.
I just binged it and they canceled the Stars thing.
There you go. That's the way to do it. That's the way to get around paying for that stuff.
But yeah, you'll see it. It's like, oh, okay. All right.
So that may be
Yeah.
the new venture that I go on, is watching Heels.
Dude,
On Amazon
might as
Prime.
well.
Well, there's not a lot of episodes to watch because they had like a season and a third.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
So it'll be quick and easy.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
What have y'all checked out? Wrestlers on Netflix, the OVW.
I want
deal.
to see it.
It's
I
pretty
haven't
good.
seen it. I've heard people talking good things
Yeah.
about it. Though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, you talk about just behind the scenes stuff. Like, there's legitimate stuff that goes on behind this, like
Yeah.
on it, because it's it's following OVW. Al Snow's involved with OVW
Yeah.
up there in Louisville, and I mean it's pretty good. Like, I think it's 10 episodes, and I've watched 9 and maybe like 5 minutes of the 10th one.
Check it out.
But-
I mean,
It's got a few people that used to work in Jackson, Tennessee a lot on it, and got some known names from this area. A few people, not many, but I know whenever I was watching it, I was like, hey, I've worked with that person. I've spoke with them, and they're
know
the
that
same
guy.
on camera as they were in the locker room. So like
Living the
it's
gimmick,
super
baby.
genuine. Yeah. So but it's good. So if you haven't checked out Wrestlers on Netflix, make sure you check it out.
my problem is that I don't have Netflix anymore, and I'm
Mhm.
just not gonna pay the exorbitant price Netflix has gone up to
Yeah, because it's pretty steep now. Yeah, I think so.
That's why we
Yeah.
just use somebody's.
for because there's not a lot of shows on there that I want to watch.
Right.
Now, if they had tons of shows that I would watch on there now, but
Maybe.
now it's just like, first of all, I can't speak any of those languages. And when the mouth is moving and you're dubbing it over in English, I have a hard time with that. My brain's like, it's too much.
See, I
It's
just
too much work.
that kind of stuff I watch in the natural language and then I just put English subtitles
And read
on
it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's easier that way.
Because I passed the first grade. I can read, so it's not a problem.
But in some of those foreign movies, are actually kind of cool on there. But it's not worth me paying $20 a month for to not get ads.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hey, that was great.
It was a tremendous film.
That was great. It was a great one.
It's one of my stepmom's favorite films ever.
Let's see. Alan for Presidente. Stop it, El Diablo.
Hey, El Diablo's a good dude.
No diaper.
I'm trying to think of how. Let's see, what would that be? 6 years from now that I could run for president? Yeah. So 2030? No.
Casey says
20
it is
2029?
amazing. I think newer guys need to watch it and take in a lot,
It's
especially the
2032,
part
right?
where Al tells the guys to slow down.
That's how election
Yes.
years work.
The story you're telling to the
Oh,
crowd.
you're right.
Tom Spence is a great movie. Yep.
And it shows how hard it is being a booker.
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh,
tough.
yeah.
How hard it is being a booker.
Yeah, that's true.
Booking shows is tough. It's the toughest thing you do because you got so many things. Your show days are hard because you're just pulled everywhere.
Hoping guys actually show up.
Hoping they show
Mm-hmm.
up and then trying to make last minute changes when they don't. Then you're dealing with egos and prima donnas and
People
guys
getting
who think they're
injured.
more than they are, and then having to.
And it shows Al too dealing with the financial backers of the
Oh yeah,
company, and
There's
so they're not happy with how things are going as far as the crowds that are coming in, and they're paying for weekly TV. Like I think it comes on TV every week up there on Thursday nights.
well, but that's also what he needs to think of on his. But here's the thing with TV and what his financial backers have to understand. What they should be putting to him is that now because you're going to get your TV numbers. Now, if you're having a lot of views on TV, then it's well worth it. It doesn't matter what your crowd is coming in the house show door
Mm-hmm.
from that perspective
Right.
as far as the advertisers go. As long as there's eyes on your product. Now, if you're not getting views on your TV and you're paying a certain amount of money, then sure. But the bad side of that too is, unfortunately, when you have money men like that and sponsors like that, or big sponsors,
And they're not guys that from the wrestling
No,
business
they're not
either.
from
They're
the-
outsiders.
but they will
so-
see people that they want pushed, and they will start voicing their opinions. Well, if these persons aren't going to be the guys I like, then I'm not going to give you any more money.
Mhm.
You have to deal with all of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And then trying to get places to run and different people, like some places require insurance and others don't. And it's a lot. It's a lot that you have to deal with.
Mhm.
And the worst is the egos, though. I can handle all the rest of the stuff. It's just I hate the egos involved in it.
There's a few people
that's
like
the,
that.
That's the worst part.
It's more than a few.
but the bad thing is it's not and people are like, well, dude, you got an ego. No, Big Daddy has an ego. There's a difference, right? That's how it's supposed to be.
Separation of personality.
But that's the whole deal. Is
Yeah.
that okay? You have to be able to separate those as a human. A lot of people cannot do it. The egos are tremendous.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard some silly ass stuff this last week. It just boggles the mind. Boggles the mind.
Any stories? Story time?
I can tell a story.
Okay.
I can tell a couple.
Is this an after dark story?
No, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
before
that's a good
dark.
question.
This is a universal story. This is for all audiences because there's a life lesson here.
Okay.
All right, so I'm hearing, and I'm not going to name drop anybody.
Dang.
So there's this rumor going around, or there was this quote going around that one certain company was talked about more than any other company in their area. All right. So, for instance, if that one company's name was EPW, and they said
Oh.
For instance.
Okay.
that EPW was talked about more in Memphis than any Memphis wrestling group was, stuff
Mhm.
like that, which horseshit. You know what I'm saying? That would be horseshit. But you have people talking stuff like that because they have to be relevant or want to be relevant, want to believe they're relevant because their uncle, sister's cousin, who's the same person, told them it was. Right? You know what I mean?
Feel you. Yeah.
Don't like nobody in Memphis knows who EPW is. Nobody does. Outside of Memphis wrestling, because some of the Memphis wrestling guys are in EPW. So that's it. That's all they know.
No.
So there's asinine statements being made like that all the time. But that's the ego side of wrestling that you deal with. And I get it. You want to promote your own product, and there's nothing wrong with that. Johnny Dawson got kicked out of Impact Wrestling Saturday night. That dummy.
That's your man. Well,
He's still a dummy.
was your man.
He's an idiot.
Is your boy. Was your boy. However you want to say
Was
it.
a little midget. I swear. Him and Mick Bishop spell out the same Lucky Charms box.
Yeah.
Both of those two.
I told Mick one time, and I was trying to think of what it was the other night in Pontotoc at OWO. But I told him one time that he looked like he should be on the cover of a box of chocolate Lucky Charms.
Damn, that's racist, dude. You can't say that.
I can't. I did.
You can't say it because he's
It's
black.
not racist.
It is.
It's not racist. I like chocolate Rice Krispies better than I like regular Rice Krispies.
Okay. What's that got to do with anything?
It's both chocolate cereal.
It ain't got nothing to do with anything. You called the dude.
It ain't
I'm
racist. It is not
trying to
racist.
backpedal. It ain't
No,
working.
it's not racist. It's just a true statement.
See,
Ask Mick.
Brittany, exactly.
Mick will tell you.
Oh,
whatever.
You can go watch Saul 10 Friday. I will not. I pass. Casey, the stress is real. I'm ready for my show to be over with already. Yeah, so you get it firsthand, Casey. John, I like Eddie Kingston, but his match with Samoa Joe was sad. Eddie is out of shape. He looked like a jobber for the Savage Brotherhood. Everybody does. I have a question for the ref. What two guys do you enjoy being in the ring working with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
It's a big question. Who asked that? Because who's trying to set me up
Nobody's
for
trying to
failure?
set you up. Just a concerned fan wants to know.
Look, we all know the answers, Deacon Pierce. We can move on.
Now,
Let's see.
for the serious
I'll
answer.
say this. There's more guys that I enjoy working with
Yeah.
more than there is that I don't like working with.
Smart.
I'll say
Sure.
that. I'll say that. And there's my answer.
Which is true, I would say.
Because that goes back to the ego deal that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And just there's people that are easier to work with than, than are not to.
Yeah.
And, you really don't like those kind of people that just make your life difficult and want to complain about everything.
There's plenty of those, though. There's a lot of those.
But, I enjoy working with Deacon Pierce.
Sure.
Oh, he is the best.
And,
But who do you really enjoy working
He's
with?
very ref friendly, that Deacon Pierce.
very ref friendly.
I think you're gonna say Dread.
I don't know. I don't really have favorites.
Yes, you do.
I don't really have favorites.
But you do.
It's okay. You can hurt their feelings.
You can hurt their feelings.
You can hurt their feelings.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
you
really
can
have
hurt Sort's
favorites.
feelings, that's
You do.
fine.
You can hurt
He already knows he loves being in the ring with me. He can't deny it.
Every time
When
he
you're-
goes, he leaves with a
He
boot
can't
print.
even-
Yeah.
Hey, have we
Yeah.
ever left a boot print on your face?
That's because
Have
he
you
didn't
guys?
listen.
No.
First of all, Alan learned very valuable lessons in those times. I've taught him teachable moments.
No, yes.
I mean, it just happened 4 times. So obviously I didn't
3.
learn enough.
3, 4
feel like there's
time,
4.
no mark.
There's different.
See?
Yeah,
You learned each
see,
time.
yeah.
That's what
So
I'm
it took
talking
3.
about. Thank you.
So 4th time was a charm, not 3rd time. Okay.
Johnny Dotson let his alligator mouth overload his hummingbird butt at Impact Saturday night. Johnny Dotson.
I'm just visualizing a hummingbird with an alligator head. That's tripping me out.
Hey, that's a cool tattoo design. Maybe
Could
One
be
of
absolutely
those.
interesting.
draw it up. Draw it up. Deacon needs a new tattoo.
Yeah.
Draw it up.
Well, we'll see Johnny Dotson Saturday,
Back tattoo.
Well,
and your dreadhead kinfolk. We'll see them Saturday.
Who?
Del Tucker and Chris Lex.
Mm.
We'll see them Saturday.
They cheated you.
I know it. Everybody saw that.
What happened?
Well,
maybe
if we'd
they
had a
showed
decent
us,
ref.
we would know.
You don't see anything different in here.
Ooh,
If we'd
I
had a
haven't looked
2-count
yet.
ref, we'd have known.
I haven't
They-
looked. Did they?
A little bit. A
Mm.
little bit. A little bit.
What a shame.
Those heroes cheating.
well, there's a lot of that going around.
You know
lately.
what?
It's
You know
happened to
what?
me and Dredd at Patriot Fest.
You know what? You
Yes.
may not have that anymore, but at least you can wear this.
I don't want
So
to wear
go
that.
ahead, put it
I don't
on.
wanna wear that.
Put it on.
No,
You lost your royalty.
Stop
Put
it.
Come on.
I don't care about that anymore.
Well, look. Because I'm 2-count, I got 2 of them.
if
So
you
here,
think-
put this one on.
Well, I'm Big Day. I can
No.
throw 2 of them. So how about that?
Trying to be generous here. and
It, what's
give you something to
generous?
wear.
There you go. 2 clowns sitting right next to each other. Makes sense. Makes sense.
No, don't take it off. You can't take it off. You're
King
close.
clowns.
As close as I'll ever get to the royal
Grimace.
family.
You're about to
Grimace
say
and the
like-
Hamburglar side by side
They're all small.
Dang. So did that happen? When did that happen?
yesterday.
When did your heart get broken? And
Yesterday,
just your
Alan.
your meaning for life just
Yesterday,
go away.
Alan.
It's very fresh. If you haven't
So-
noticed.
that's so sad. I feel so bad for you.
No, you don't.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
I
My
am.
baby girl is no longer here by my side.
Gosh.
Ain't no sunshine
No,
when
it's all
she's
dark here.
gone.
Now she- yeah.
No light reflective.
Hey, now she's sleeping with somebody else, man.
Why you gotta say she a whore, Alan?
You just all your videos.
Why are you saying she a whore?
all your videos, man?
I never call baby girl a whore.
I never did either.
You
I'm
just
saying,
did.
She's sleeping with somebody else.
You just called her a damn little
She
slut.
left you.
You're slut
She
shaming my
left
girl.
you. She was taken from
She
you.
was taken. She was kidnapped and abducted, Alan.
In all
She didn't
fairness,
willingly go.
She left one committed relationship and then just immediately started another committed relationship.
No, she
there
was
you go.
taken. Taken against her damn will.
taken
Yeah,
against her
baby.
will. What
She
is that?
knows
A
how
sweet
sad
tea?
I was last night. She
Hmm.
knows.
Trying to make up for it. Help you out a little bit. Get you on a happy trip again. That's so sad. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
So there's new Bluff City Tag Team Champions, Chris
Yes.
Lex and Dale
Yeah.
Tucker.
For about 5 minutes, there
Yeah.
will be.
Dreads Incorporated.
Oh,
Or whatever they're
For
called.
about 5 minutes.
Dreads
there will be.
Incorporated. Dread Inc.
This one isn't included.
Dreads LLC.
Oh,
call me a piece of.
I see the tears coming to your
It
eyes.
never mind.
It is.
I had
It-
nightmares all night last night. Couldn't sleep.
it's very hurtful, isn't
Couldn't
it?
sleep.
He couldn't make another romantic video with it no more.
Gosh.
It's gone.
It was sad.
Well, what are you going to replace her with? Because there's a lot more empty space on the
Well,
table.
she does
than
have
there
a big
used to be.
sister.
Does she?
Older sister.
She stacked a little bit better.
She got a little
Mm.
sister too.
You know what? That's all right too.
So is that on the
Big Dad's got
that
his
on the agenda
eyes.
now?
Hmm?
That on the agenda now?
Oh,
Or
yes, it is.
when's the rematch?
I mean,
Is there a rematch? Was
For
there
that?
a rematch clause for the tag
I'm pretty
championships?
There's always a rematch clause.
Oh, okay.
Ain't worried about that right now.
But okay. But kudos to you and Brody.
9
On
months as
that.
champions.
That's what I was about to say.
He's being fake.
They're
The
awesome.
the championship reign, 9 months.
Yeah, because there've been what? 1, 2, 3, 4 other champions before that.
I think so, something like that.
Something.
3 or 4
Yeah,
somewhere.
3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Guess who wasn't one?
Who?
2 Count.
Yeah, exactly. Never a champion.
I think we need a ref belt.
but we're
I don't think so.
we got some other
I don't-
titles
I
on
don't
our
know.
horizons right now. We're about to take Johnny Dotson's titles.
So then Johnny will be sad.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, good luck.
See if the old ounce for ounce and pound for pound can hang on to his title now that he's got somebody actually coming after.
Hmm.
He has actually defend his title.
Guess we'll see. We'll see if Johnny's as good as he says he is.
Selena, what did he not do yesterday?
Who?
Johnny. You don't know. You were there?
He ran.
Yes.
He said, "What did he not do?
Oh.
Not what he did. What did he not do?
Oh, you have to tell that story too.
Which
What did he
one?
not do?
Did he get kicked out of Bluff City yesterday, like he got kicked out of Impact?
Oh, so
This is a good one.
I will say this. People hated us yesterday.
First of all,
Never.
Johnny did some very cool stuff.
They were very
with
disrespectful.
Brody yesterday.
He
That
did.
powder.
That powder. Threw powder in Brody's face.
Mm.
But this isn't what he's talking
It was shameful.
Oh, I know you said.
And then there was a trifling piece of trash Dallas Cowboys fan out there with Jason Witten jersey on, and his Rip Van Winkle wife out there asleep the whole time out there in her little lawn chair with her little Jason Witten jersey on, out there asleep. And why does it say penis on your bag there?
Hey, see, Brody.
Hey, if the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen.
So
I didn't see it.
So that dude was trying to pick a fight. He almost got beat up
Mm.
by Brody. He said some foul language.
Foul.
We are at a church.
At a
mind you.
church. That's what I was. Yeah.
We're at a church.
I
And
can't
it
believe
it
that.
wasn't even a cuss word. It was
Mm-mm.
foul.
Yeah, we were very disrespected.
Was it duck? Did he
Nope.
say duck?
It wasn't a
That's
cuss
a foul
no,
word.
No,
That's
no,
a foul word.
No, it's worse.
That
Way
letter-
worse.
The beginning of the letters on.
Way worse.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he stuck the landing. Hard R.
Oh,
Call Brody that.
Call Brody that.
A black guy.
Needless to say, they weren't happy with us.
I
mm.
see the mental gymnastics.
Yeah. He's
Well,
like,
Well, after being called racist earlier, I don't want to. I'm trying to be careful about what I want to say. So, that's
Yeah. So we were up against it yesterday. Johnny gets involved in our match.
Mm.
Kicks Powder and Brody and lose space. It was ugly. Took like 352 people or something like that to beat us yesterday. There's a lot of people.
Where were you?
He's on the islands.
I was on the island.
That's right.
Surfing.
You step on the stingray.
Not yet.
Yeah, it was bad.
What was bad?
It was bad.
Where were you?
Where was I?
What's your question?
I was watching football.
Well, he wouldn't have
I was
been here if
watching-
He was there.
I was watching Dallas lose.
What?
It's trying to be funny. But I would try to be funny too after the Horns whooped that Alabama Roll Tide roll ass
That was 2
up
weeks ago.
and down
That
the
was 3
field.
weeks ago.
It still happened recently
Well,
in
it happened.
Tuscaloosa at
It
home
happened.
for your Roll
It
Tide roll.
happened. It was unfortunate.
It wasn't unfortunate.
It is
It was expected.
for Alabama. It's unfortunate.
No, it was deserved.
Did you see what they
It was
Florida
earned.
did to Georgia Bulldogs last time?
Uh-uh.
They try to let them meet.
I would
The Bulldog and the Bull Longhorn.
Oh, that was back in the Sugar Bowl like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah,
What is that?
Yeah.
About Nate?
Yeah.
you real
Yeah,
late.
that's a while
I thought
back,
that-
Nate.
I thought that was
Yeah,
recent.
they brought
Oh, it was a
Bevo
while
over
back.
there to Ugga, and Bevo almost impaled Ugga.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I do remember seeing
Yeah.
the video. Yeah, I
That's pretty
remember that
bad.
now.
Sorry.
Tell me you don't
That's
watch
pretty
football, don't tell me you don't watch football.
No. It was shown to me the other day.
Oh,
No, that was a while back. But still, that was a bad decision.
You know, I
that's like,
addressed recently some questionable officiating on the part of one Alan Two Count Lentz.
No, here we
Oh.
go. Let's
Yes,
bury
yes.
Allen.
Says how he's trying to obfuscate.
So, for those of you who weren't there, a couple weeks ago, Crossroads Wrestling,
Videos are on YouTube at Crossroads Wrestling.
yeah,
They are.
th-
Go like
which
and
means
subscribe.
there is evidence
Oh,
of what
Very
I'm
much
about
evidence.
to tell you. So late in this match,
let's hear it.
I get tagged in,
You got tagged in.
as did Jumping
Okay.
Jeff Farmer.
Yep.
Legal tags on both sides.
Tag.
Yep.
Now, what happens? Jumping Jeff Farmer throws Dread the Clown out of the ring, goes out after him
With full force.
with full force. Meanwhile, inside the ring, too legit Justin Daniels doesn't get out of the ring like he's supposed to. And what does the referee do? Just lets it happen. Should have counted him out. They're disqualified. We win.
Yeah, what was it?
Didn't happen. Also, Jumping Jeff Farmer's out there fighting Dread the Clown for about 35 minutes.
Mhm. Turn
Sure.
tables on him in the wrong way.
He's the legal man. He should have been counted out. We should have won.
I was counting.
Two instances happening at the same time. Either way, either count.
All right, guys.
Should have had us winning.
Hang on just a minute. But that's true because we're going to get back to that point.
We have to get back. We have to get something serious.
We have a
okay?
new guest
Something
on
that's
here.
got some meaning behind it.
Hola, Lay.
Hi.
How are you doing?
hi.
Tired. I took mom to the doctor again today.
Uh-oh. How's she doing?
So she had a bone scan today, and it appears that everything is still clear as of right now, but she's developed osteoporosis. So
Oh,
my
goodness.
medical advice to her would be start taking some calcium. So she's going to call her oncologist tomorrow and hopefully get some calcium going in her.
Well, hopefully so. We'll give her our love, of course. And so that
Oh,
leads us to talk about this weekend. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, I have planned this for months and months and months, and I'm ready for it to be over.
Oh, I know. It's yeah, because we were just talking about the promotion side of it, trying to put a show together. But how has it been, really? You got a lot of support out of this, though. How has it been seeing all these people try to come together and do this for your brother?
It has been very overwhelming, very emotional. I knew the guys that I grew up with would have no problem doing it, but like newer guys like you guys, I've only known you, a year?
Yeah,
And
about that.
And it was, okay, we're in. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I don't have to like do something to persuade you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. I've had to change my card 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, dude, y'all are stressing me out.
Well, it is stressful, and I don't know. I love the fact that you got so many different people from so many different companies coming to do this. I mean, kudos to MCW and the Osceola crew for letting you guys use the building.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you got all these different matchups that are going to happen. I think it's going to be a blast for a wrestling fan. If you want to see something great, the wrestling alone is going to be great. But the reason we're doing it is for Miss Vicky. And give our viewers a little background. I'm going to pop some pictures up here that you sent me earlier. I'm going to pop up on the screen as we're talking about Vicky, because she has been a staple of Memphis area wrestling for a long time. And give us a little background on her.
Okay, so I got nervous. I get stage fright. I don't do public speaking very well. So if I start stuttering, just ignore it. But I wrote a list. Oh, that's her favorite picture. She said, "Are you going to send him my Reggie B. Fine picture?" I'm like,
That's the one.
I knew I saw that coat before.
and then I have a surprise for you whenever you get to the other pictures. But I learned a lot about my mom and her wrestling background about an hour ago. And there's lots that I didn't know and lots that I already knew. She told me that she started wrestling in 86. She went by Vicky Lynn at first. At the time, she was working at a bar called Muggs, and that's where she started her wrestling stuff. She did spot shows for Buddy. a lot of people don't know that I am a Wayne. I will always be a Wayne. Most everybody calls me Casey Wayne. Buddy was doing his shows and Mom started working for him doing spot shows. She met lots of people and Jerry Lawler happened to be one of those. And he called her back in 1990 sometime and said that he wants to work this angle with, I think she said it was Dirty White Girl and her. So they transpired this, stop son, transpired this whole deal for Vicious Vicky. Lawler and Bill Dundee actually were the ones that came up with the Vicious Vicky gimmick, and she had no clue what her name was. Right before they went through the curtain, Mom said, "What's my name?" And they looked at her and said, "Vicious Vicky," and then went through the curtain. So it kind of stuck. She's worked for CWA, USWA when she was wrestling. I think she worked for Power Pro for a short time, but she ended up transitioning over to the marketing, the advertising, promoting, pretty much like the locker room mom, kind of what I've turned into a little bit, I guess. She did Power Pro and Memphis Wrestling. She stopped wrestling in the late 90s. She told me that she enjoyed the logistics more than actually being in the ring. So I said, okay, whatever. I did not know that her favorite wrestler was Flying Brian Pillman. She said that she watched every single tape that she could find of him and observed everything of how he worked and what moves he put on people and basically learned everything about him. No, that's not her favorite wrestler. I lied. Take that back. That's who she learned from the most. But she did the training with Buddy and Ken. I'm fixing to tell you a secret. Back in my childhood, my entire life, Buddy had a wrestling ring in his backyard. So I have always been in the ring since birth. So that's where they did all their training, was in the backyard. But Mom's favorite wrestler was Danny Hodge. And she met him and got pictures with him at the Gulf Coast Wrestling Reunion. And before Buddy passed away, I had talked to him about it, and I told him I wanted to go, and we had planned on it. And unfortunately, I was never able to go. I asked her why she got out of the wrestling business altogether. And this kind of goes hand in hand with, she got out of the wrestling business for the same reason I started working on an ambulance. So people that I grew up with, like Johnny to me is my big brother. Alan Steele is my big brother. Derek King's my big brother. Like, I have so many people that I consider family because I've been around them my entire life. One of the other guys that I looked up to was Larry Booker. And that night in November, when Larry died, Mom said that she was done, that she couldn't handle that stress anymore. And that was the night I decided, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to go work on an ambulance and I'm going to save everybody. Yeah, it doesn't always happen. But she went to 2 shows after that. One of them, I don't remember where she said she was. Obviously, I was with her. I don't remember it either. She said Kevin White got hurt, so she panicked, and then she stayed away for a little bit longer. And then the next one we went to, I think it was either in Ripley or Dyersburg, and Golden Boy Greg Anthony was hit with a mirror, and she hauled ass and went into the ring because she thought it was legit. And she was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't be around and think something terrible's happening, because it was like ruining her mental health, I guess. Wildfire Wrestling was around for a little bit, and we went to several shows there. And with my mom being the way she is, she told Kevin Lawler, Casey can ref, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I did it twice. But I don't know. If he asked, I would probably tell him yes, I'd do it again, just because he's family too. But I don't think I'm ever going to get in the ring, to be honest. And then we went to a few Burt Prentice shows, and after Burt passed, like, I think I've been to one of Kenny's shows. I think that's about it. And then Johnny started Bluff City and reached out to Mom about like the whole logistic type thing. And we started going a little bit, like, I don't know, not very often. And now I'm there every show. Kind of
Which
took
we
over what Mom does.
appreciate.
So she was going to the shows all the way up until her surgery back in March. And then I kind of took over everything. She was already training me to learn how to keep time and like the cues for when the guys go out and different things here and there. But she's ready to see everybody Saturday. She told me, she's like, I cannot wait to see everybody and get my hugs. I'm like, well, you're going to be bombarded. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this.
You know, it's funny because that's the first time I'd ever met her is when I came to Bluff.
Yeah, same.
And that was what, last October?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
was last October. And I guess that's the first thing I remember is like she acted like she's known me forever. I mean, it's just kind of how she seems to treat people, right? So I was immediately felt right at home because when you're meeting new people and you're going into a different place, especially when TV being what it is, and like you're talking about the logistics and you have to be on your cues and on your points. That woman was so good to me from day one. I was like, I'm already in love with this lady. I've never even met her before
Mhm.
today. And that was just the truth. I told Brody that, as a matter of fact. I was like, I've never met her. I knew who she was, but I'd never met her before because I just didn't work in Memphis. And I gotta tell you, she is just such an awesome human being, though.
Yep.
That it was an easy when you decided to do this. It was like that's an easy yes all day long.
Right.
I mean, you didn't really have to ask. Just let's go and what can we do?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, this is great. I'm gonna put up a couple more of these pictures real quick
Let's see.
because I want y'all to see them. Just when you sent me these, I was like, man, these are cool.
She's going to kill me. She's going to kill me.
Oh, no, there's. Now, is that a ring in the backyard training? Is that what this is?
Yep. That is the ring that we grew up in.
Gotcha. And then there's this one.
So
Bitch.
that one, are you ready
I
to
love
see
the
the
cigar.
coolest thing ever?
That is awesome. Because I've seen a couple of these. So was the cigar part of her shtick after the Vicious Vicky came about?
No, that started with the Vicious Vicky thing and
It
the
did?
tattoo. She's got 2 tattoos, and she just recently got them, but those were drawn on every show. Always
Oh,
different.
wow.
Same type thing, but different.
Did not know that.
So,
That is
that
interesting.
picture you just showed,
Yeah.
do you want to see the coolest memorabilia ever?
Yes, I do. Always.
Let me move this so I can show you full body.
Oh, is that her shirt, her original shirt? You gonna make her wear that Saturday? You'll bring it up there at least.
It's not black anymore, and it's
That's
real
okay.
faded, but it is her actual work shirt.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That's really cool.
That is pretty cool. So let's talk about Saturday.
Okay.
What time are the doors going to open? Let's go ahead and get all the things out of the way here for the people
the
watching.
logistics.
Doors will open at 4. Show starts at 5.
All right, guys, this is at OCL Arkansas.
What is the address for that building? 1098.
1098 West Kaiser, I think
West
is how you
Kaiser.
say it.
That's right. That's correct. 1098 West Kaiser, OCL Arkansas. You'll see it. It's orange and black. It's MCW arena down there. It's a great little place too. It's in like a shopping center. So if y'all are going down there, you can kind of see it. It's only at the end of the shopping center. It's a building off to itself. It's a great setup, folks, and they've done it right down there, and I like how they do it, and it's going to be fun. Bell time is at 5.
Yes.
So we're going to have a raffle. Is this correct? I believe is what we've been talking about. I know that because I've been reading the chat earlier. But from what I'm reading, the raffle itself is going to be awesome.
I have
Somebody's going to get some
been
cool
collecting
stuff.
all kind of stuff.
Somebody's going to get some cool stuff out of this
Yeah.
whole deal. But I do love the fact that all these people have come together. Can you tell us anything about the matches?
Well, I have 7 big matches. Tommy Too Good's going to be there. Zach O'Brien, Justin Daniels, Smitty's going to be there. Steven Styles, Jack Parker Jr., Bullwhip Ballard. Of course, you guys are going to be there.
Boo.
Shut up, Alan.
Sorry.
Dread the Clown's going to be there. Dale Tucker, Chris Lex, Johnny Dotson. I don't know. It's going to be
It's gonna be good. That's a good lineup.
So excited.
And we're hoping that Bullwhip Balor's pants will make it.
Yes.
Always hope for the show. Sorry. Sorry. It's true. Y'all just don't know. Just don't know. But it is going to be a big show. It's going to be a great show, and it can't be for just a better human being, especially in this business.
That's right.
In the business of professional wrestling, you don't get a lot of great human beings in it.
No.
And Miss Vicky is definitely one of those.
She is for sure. I remember the first time I met her, she had started talking to me like she had known me forever.
That's what I mean, right? She actually brings you right into the family, and now we got to meet Casey out of this. I mean, just a whole bunch of people that we never would have known and become friends and family with otherwise.
Yeah.
And that's a special tribute, and it's a special attribute to have in a personality trait. So, we love you guys and cannot wait for Saturday. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. What are the ticket prices look like?
It's on the flyer. I did not write that down.
We'll have to. Let me see if I can find it.
We
quick.
do have the flyer sitting out here because you sent it.
I sent that to you too because I'm slacking.
Photos.
No, you're not slacking. You got
All
so
right.
much on your plate.
I got it right here.
All right, go out.
See, I beat you to it.
You did beat me to it.
All right.
I'm old.
Adults are $8. Students are $7. 5 and under are free. Ringside is $10. VIP is $15.
There you go. And there's great seating there, folks. And I'm going to tell you, the seating is great.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy yourselves. Come out this Saturday. The cause doesn't get any better than this.
A night to fight.
It's going to be that. So buckle up and get ready because it's going to be one of those. I can tell you with the guys involved. It's going to be something else. Casey, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about this. We really do appreciate it. Tell Miss Vicky we cannot wait to see her Saturday. It's going to be a blast. And if y'all need anything between now and then, give us a call. Let us know.
Absolutely.
All right, girl. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Awesome.
Yeah.
I hope
That's-
I can make it.
You need to, yeah, hopefully
I
you
get
can
up
too.
at 4:45 and the show starts.
Ooh.
Believe me, it's gonna be a long show. You got 7 matches. The show is good.
Yeah,
It's,
but I'm supposed to get there. Are y'all gonna be gone?
we'll be way gone. We'll be down there by then though.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll be down there by then.
Oh, no.
Because you're talking about because that's a
That's like an hour and
It's an easy hour.
it's an easy hour drive. It's an hour drive, but it's real easy.
it's just a straight.
Wait, it's a straight.
Once you
shot.
get out of Memphis, and
that
across
last
the
part of
bridge,
drive.
it's
Yeah.
easy.
It's not bad at all. It's real easy to get out there and get to and stuff. So, like I said, there'll be plenty of time and plenty of things, and it'll be well worth it.
Miss Vicky, she's been, like Casey said, she's been going through this for a little while, and her spirits though have always been up about the whole deal. Like she's always been optimistic. She's always been.
She's a fighter. There's no question.
She is. Like she's always been encouraging. Every time that she, after her surgery, and even after treatments, she would come in and she would be smiling and asking everybody what they were doing and how they were, and like more focused on how everybody else was than how she was. Like she never wanted any attention on herself.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's just been super genuine from the first time I met her.
Dude, me too. And I'll tell you, it takes me back. I've told this story a few times, but it's so true because this is where you're always wanting respect from your peers in this business, and in any business, really, anything that you're doing. You want your peers who are doing the same thing to say, okay, this person can do it. So when I had that leg injury and I couldn't walk and I had hurt my ankle, and then me and Brody had that match. Just gotten in, but this is in November. We just had that match with or was it December 3rd in Somerville, December 10th in Somerville, something like that.
Yeah, it was in Somerville. It was against
the Top
Hooligans.
Shotters. No, it was Top Shotters.
Top Shotters.
Yeah. And
That's right, yeah.
And I had to stand out there. It was most of the match on the side in that boot.
Yeah.
It had to go out there without the crutches and walk in that boot. Couldn't walk. Brody had to carry the load of the match in the ring, and we tore it up. I mean, it was such a great deal. And we get to the back, and there were two people. I mean, the boys were all clapping and everybody's telling us it's a great match and it was awesome. But Vicky and Lou were the two opinions I respected the most out of all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got people who've been there and doing it at a higher level, you know, an old school like Memphis Wrestling, who've been there and been around all that, that means a lot to you. And to have them tell you that and what that meant, and from them, those guys who've seen it and seen it all, that meant the absolute world to me.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have to say it, and the fact that they did was just incredible, man. I'll never forget it. I knew then that it meant a lot to be able to go do that and to hear that and be like, okay, this is amazing.
And that's tying in with your story and how she commended you, her and Lou both. I've asked them for critiques like all the time. After everything, I would ask for critiques.
Oh yeah.
And they were always very positive about my work. And Miss Vicky, I think Miss Vicky told me one time that her husband said that I was his favorite ref.
Yeah.
Like I was right under Calhoun, like which is cool.
Which
is
wild, isn't it?
It is. It's insane because I don't think so, but but it's really good. It makes you feel really good and like you're doing right whenever legit veterans and people that have been around very well known people and have experienced a lot in the business come up and tell you something like that.
That's
like commend you for your work. Like that's a big deal. Like it was a big deal to me, because still fairly young in the business, but I've been able to do some cool stuff with some really cool people.
She did the same with me.
Yeah. So
and it makes you feel special. It makes you feel appreciated. And because people like that are genuine.
Yeah.
Otherwise they're just not gonna tell you.
Right.
Right. It's like that a lot.
Especially Miss Vicky. Like Miss Vicky's straightforward.
Yeah,
like if she likes what you're doing, she's gonna let you know. But if she doesn't, she's gonna let you know
That's
too.
right.
So
but I think that helps make you better. And people like that because even now, again, 26, 27 years in, you still want to be better.
Mm-hmm.
You still want to go out there, and you see a lot of guys phone it in and halfway try to do stuff and just don't really, and it should always matter to you. And I think if we're going to teach the young guys anything, is that everything you do out there matters.
Yeah.
Every little detail has to matter. And you should always try to earn the respect of the people who come before you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's because if you're not trying for that, if you're just out there at the whim of your own ego, again, it goes back to the whole garbage thing with that. It's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you here? You're not the person that can carry this business forward, because that's not what this business is.
Exactly.
Right. And that's how a lot of people tend to try to act like it is.
Yep.
And it is not. So, this benefit this weekend is for her, and it's going to be great. And I cannot wait.
I hope that building is packed out.
I hope it is too.
I
really hope it is too.
And like you said,
Saturday's gonna be
it's
wild.
a cool venue.
Yeah.
It's a really cool building. Got a stage, got seats right up on the stage, so
Lighting.
you can be close to the action.
Yeah, they've got it fixed up right down there. And she talked about Larry Booker and them, and the Moondogs used to run all down in that area. That was their old stomping grounds, and so it's fitting,
right,
that this is where it's at.
Yeah,
and couldn't be happier to be a part of it. Like I said, there's a lot of cool people going to be there and participate in it, and it's awesome.
And it's a mid-afternoon show. Like it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So
you
when
want
the wrestling's done, you have plenty of time to get home. You get home late, stuff to do afterwards if you want. I mean, it's just it's a great time. It's going to be a great event, and we are looking forward to it. So,
for sure.
I think it's going to be awesome. Watch Downtown Bruno and Calhoun when they ref. A ref makes the match too. You're one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I see Alan's ego grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah.
We can always bring that ego back down some.
Oh, here we go.
He's been sitting on this for 30 minutes. Waiting to get back down.
I still have a gripe.
I still have a fuss.
Oh, No, we gotta finish that too. When he was saying about
No, we
Lewisburg.
don't.
Yes,
Why?
you shut your
No,
Because you
we're-
screwed me
We're
twice.
on a high right now. Let's stay on the high.
You need to
Don't
learn how
bring
to
it
count.
down.
But I did tell him we'd get back to this.
Exactly.
You can lie.
I don't lie. I tell the
Storm
truth.
does. You're
No,
Storm right now.
Storm does not.
Storm lies.
Storm never lies. Storm always tells the truth. You may not like the truth,
Ah.
but I always tell the truth, and you know it.
How does this benefit you?
Because I love to see you squirm over there knowing you effed up.
Gosh dang it. Always got to answer for everything. I'm so sick of that crap.
You missed it.
Ugh.
Came back from this crap.
God, might as well leave again.
I'm just go away again. This time in Georgia. Go ahead, back with the rim breads down there.
Ugh.
Go ahead.
I ain't going to Georgia.
Answer this question.
Yeah, so why'd you screw me twice simultaneously?
Repeat how I screwed you because I don't remember.
I
Done a
tag
lot
into the
since then.
match.
Mhm.
Two legit tags out. Jeff Armour tags in.
Mhm.
Jeff Armour throws Dredd out of the ring, goes out to the outside with him.
Right.
So there's a 10 count by itself because they were out there for 45 minutes.
Yep.
They should have been counted out. We should have won. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Two Legit never left the ring. So he should have been counted out as well. We should have won.
There was a 10 count going on. There was a
Then
10
how
count
come that
going
10
on
count was
towards
never
Jeff.
reached?
There was a 10 count going on towards Jeff Armour.
Well, there was a 5 count should have
And
happened
he-
inside that ring.
He made it in. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
After the 10.
I don't know what you want me to. I mean,
screwed the pooch.
I mean,
Alan.
you know, you could have taken legit out, and both of you could have been outside on the floor, and not in the ring.
I was legal man. I was supposed to be in the ring. I was doing my job.
Well, why didn't you throw him out? You
'Cause
could have thrown
coulda
legit
counted him
out.
for being in there.
You could have thrown him out. I was focused on Dredd and Jeff getting
and you weren't
getting
focused
Jeff
on
back in the
action
ring.
where it should
Getting
have been.
Jeff back in the ring.
Of course.
Jeff
Looking
is legal.
everywhere But where you should.
Jeff
have.
is legal. I was trying to get him back in the
I
ring.
was
You were
legal.
already legal. You know what? When you argue with a Martin, there's no winning.
Especially when we're right.
There's no winning.
It's because we don't argue unless we're right. Then we will argue till you're dead.
Thanks. I'm gonna let somebody else start refereeing.
Well, I don't know.
Let's not go
think you're the
crazy.
better option.
Let's not go crazy. Pump the brakes a little bit.
Any other ref would have been screwed 5 times
Oh, yeah.
simultaneously.
I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
I saw your wheels turning.
I know it. I know it. Let's
Sorry.
not. Let's not.
Sorry, Hadley's. What show? What date is
October 29th.
that?
Hadley's
October
Bar and
29th
Grill.
at Hadley's.
So how are you screwing me there?
Well, you have a full match actually this time against Two Legit.
Is it 1-on-1?
Oh yeah.
It's
1-on-1 match?
One-on-one.
Well, then you don't have to worry about it.
Well, you'll drop the ball somehow.
Well, keep the action in the
Or
ring,
we
pal.
can put that other kid in there as ref.
You could.
Okay.
Maybe you
do
should.
that.
Maybe you could. But then D-Kid would say that I screwed him because I didn't ref the match.
Or Lone Wolf could be the special.
Or Lone
guest.
Wolf.
Look, all I'm saying is if 2 counts not ref that match, there's absolutely 100% going to be a ref bump.
I'll ref your match. I got you.
Ref bump.
That's rude.
Splash in the corner.
We just saying.
It'd be a full forearm shot.
Dude,
Bow.
Or some more drop.
I'm sick of referees.
Never. I'm never taking a Samoan drop again.
Why?
Never.
Because he's racist, he don't like Samoans.
Never.
Damn.
That's what it is.
Dude, come on, man.
My
Some
elbow
other
still
people
hurts.
too.
Oh my God,
Oh.
you and him, the biggest wimps. How much damn ignorance. Grow
See,
up.
we're not gonna
and
bring
I'm
my-
sorry that
my
things hurt,
little-
Selena.
We're not gonna bring this-
Sorry that things hurt.
You keep talking about your little crappy elbow right there.
Ow.
He keeps talking about his damn broke toe and his little lip.
Who's the face so little right now?
How long has the toe been broke?
Since last year.
I feel like it should have healed up
He's
by
the
now.
only person's toe never healed.
Like your elbow should have been healed up by now.
It is. It's fine. There's no fluid sac on it
You
anymore.
got another elbow.
I know. That
That's
one's
all
fine
good.
too.
It's
They're
all
both
good.
okay.
You got 2 of them.
I think it was actually this one.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, 2
Was it this one?
elbows.
I don't know which
I
one it
remember
was.
Sitting over there and looking at it like, what?
That's where side you got your tattoo on.
This side.
Yeah, so is that one.
Left side.
Bruised.
Sweet Lord. Folks, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Bomb Car Booking. Now it's time to go eat tacos.
Taco, burrito,
Or something.
Mexican corn,
Mexican
salsa,
I think we should end it on that.
queso.
Mexican American.
Alan, Say it.
Say what?
Start it again.
Mexican Americans.
Americans.
Americans. No, I don't know what y'all are
Finish
doing.
it.
Mexican.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks
I'm gonna
everyone
set
for
up.
joining us.
Hey,
tonight.
we're
Also,
true to
we're
what
gonna
we
set
are.
up
White.
And
Mexican.
Capitalizers.
I can say it. I'm the only
She
Mexican.
can say it.
Welcome to the Neapolitan version of Bottom Card Bookie. We appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. We will see y'all next Monday night. Y'all have a good Monday.